Welcome back. We're not been able to reach our correspondent Larry Lasisi, but we'll do that in the course of our programming. We're looking at diversifying the economy, the role of agriculture and the SMEs, and the customs service. Now, the economic diversification is vital to the growth of any country, and we do know that the governments, different governments, have talked about how they need to diversify the economy, moving away from a mono economy, a mono commodity economy, which is oil for Nigeria, to other areas. And then we saw the last administration take some strides into the agricultural sector, with testimonies coming from different quarters. The new administration's come in and talked about how they're going to expand the economy the more, look at other areas, effective taxation, effective monitoring, blocking of leakages.
And policies that would aid investments, yes.
Well, today we're looking at how to diversify the economy with special focus on the customs, the agriculture, and the SMEs. For now, we have in the studio, an Abuja studio, the former controller of customs, Mr. Haman Ahmed Bello. Thank you for joining us. We're still expecting Dr. Angel Adelaja and Dr. Henrietta Onwebueze, but they will join us in the course of our discussion. Mr. Bello, let's begin from how you would describe the Nigerian economy and the role of customs right now.
Thank you. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Inviting me to the studio here in Abuja. The customs service all over the world are concerned with the revenue generation for the government. That's the main functions of the Nigeria Customs Service in this country, to generate revenue for the government. Now, in terms of agriculture, you have certain headings of the tariff that covers agriculture. And if the government could look at those headings, which I think the new tariff is coming up with, from heading 8432 to 8437, these are areas that cover all agricultural implements that come into the country. With the new tariff that is coming up shortly, I think it will be on, the duty rates on all agricultural equipments, the plows, the harrows, the tillers, the boom sprayers, all of them are attracting 0% duty rate, while the spare parts are attracting 5% duty rate. Now, with this, investors could be able to come into the country, bring in their equipment, and then invest in the agriculture sector without paying a kobo in terms of custom duties and other taxes or levies. Secondly, I will call on the current Minister of Finance and even the Minister of National Planning to send a proposal to the Executive Council for the amendment of heading 9406, which deals with prefabricated buildings. And you know, these prefabricated buildings are used for the greenhouses, as greenhouses for the production of agricultural products. At present, that heading is attracting a duty rate of 20%. They should be able to break that heading to make provision for greenhouses at 0%, like the other items of agriculture under headings 8402, 8403, 8404, 8405, and 8407, so that people can now invest in greenhouses. You know, technology is moving fast. People are now using these greenhouses to produce a lot of agricultural products. So I think in this light, in terms of the customs, this is what the government needs to focus on, so that investors will be attracted to come and invest in agriculture in the country.
You have been quoted in some quarters as saying that whereas some people consider oil as one of the major foreign exchange earners for Nigeria, you've been quoted as saying that the customs should actually be the #1 earner for the country.
Honestly speaking, if the customs service are to do what is expected of them, even the NNPC is under the purview of the Nigeria Customs Service. Because for any vessel that comes into this country, it must report to the Customs Service within 24 hours of arrival. And wherever that vessel is, even if it did not pass in the ports, wherever it is within the territorial waters of Nigeria, is the duty of the shipping company to produce the means of transport that will take the customs officers to where the vessel anchored, so that they will board, they will rummage, and carry all items that are outside into the store and seal it. Give them what they need, and then seal the stores and leave. By so doing, there will be no provision for small vessels going to those areas to go and smuggle things. No. But what actually happens today, most of these vessels, especially the vessels of the NNPC, do not report to the Nigeria Customs Service. And the Customs Service is not doing anything about it. So I will urge the new administrator to make sure that vessels report as and when due as per the provision of Section 26 of December, which made it mandatory for them to report to the customs. Likewise, let me also talk to that point. Any vessel, any aircraft, any vehicle that is leaving Nigeria to a place outside the jurisdiction of Nigeria must apply to the customs in writing to get permission to depart. And in so doing, they will attach the manifest, and the Nigeria Customs Service will go and board that vessel and make sure what is declared on the manifest is what is carried by the vessel. And by so doing, there will be no need for illegal bunkering of oil. So the customs has a very vital role to play in the economy of any nation, not only Nigeria, any nation in the world. So they must report their vessels. The new administration of customs has shown a positive sign of enforcing compliance with custom laws and regulations. Once these are enforced, then the customs service will be number one revenue earner in the country, not even the NNPC, because whatever that is being exported must be captured by the customs service, because they have to make their declarations to the customs service, and they must also remit back that funds that is sold outside. It must come back to Nigeria through the CBN. And every week, the Nigeria Customs Service is supposed to render returns of all exports to the Central Bank of Nigeria. And by so doing, they will be able to control and curtail these cases of oil bunkering, of stealing of crude oil. All these things will stop. So what the administration needs to do is to make sure that their rules and regulations are being enforced by the service.
Mr. Bello, we'll come back to you. We know you're a farmer, former Controller General of Customs, and you're a farmer. So we're tying the role of customs, agriculture, and other areas of the economy into how we can move the Nigerian economy forward. But we've since been joined by Dr. Angel Adelaja, who is a farmer. She's also a farmer, and she's a young farmer of Zahara Empresa, fresh direct products and agro-allied services. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
You're going to ask.
Yes, let's just quickly go back to Mr. Bello. You are a former controller of the customs, and when we talk about customs, people just think about imports. Can you give us an insight into the balancing of import and export? For instance, how much do we export from Nigeria in terms of our products?
Well, you see, exportation in Nigeria of agricultural products or any products at all that is being exported is presently duty-free. No taxes, no levies are being charged on all items that are being exported. You know, I left the service 6 years ago. For now, I cannot specifically tell you the amount, the total amount that is being value of our export abroad. I cannot tell you now. So the Nigeria Customs Service will be in a better position to be able to tell you these statistics.